It's windy out. Framers back, masons and excavators. See the wind blowing things around. Another firebox. Put the loft now. So we got our flue from below. Starting the herringbone pattern on the back. As you can see there, this line is got the Rumford style. Really shallow fireboxes. We're seeing like a regular traditional firebox. These guys are getting the upper little, we have a raised ceiling section over here. We're getting everything joisted out. Framers are working away on the roof. We're over on the garage. Getting some of these windows finalized. We're actually doing it pretty early. When we do this a little later in the process, but we are foaming around our windows with our window foam first. Then we're cutting everything back, all the excess foam. And then Tim's going around with a caulk on, also real quick on the bottom. So the underside of the seal dry pan, we're putting the foam underneath of there, but leaving this area open. Then we're going to put backer rod in here and caulk the whole thing. So that way the cavity can still drain out any moisture. We're using a black sealant, but I want to get some blue tape on the actual window unit so that way it's nice and clean. But after it is caulked up, it's nice and sealed. Air sealed and everything. So these windows aren't normal with the straps. So it's a little bit of a process with that, but actually in here you can see the backer rod, and this will get all caulked. It's muddy around here. See how it goes this time of year. But just double checking some of the framers. Got our paper underneath there with our plastic still, so I'll make sure we lap everything as best as possible. Alright, so framers doing a good job here. They might not notice, but they got a little ahead of themselves here. They didn't get our WRB underneath our rafter tails, or our bird's mouth cut, so I want to get that all sealed up. We did a couple of these rafters so far, just to get the ridge set, but they can get that tucked underneath there. This spot. We originally had a hanger spec. To be honest, we're going to post down. We've got steel below. It'll make it a lot easier for two valleys to come in there. Cold temps, so we got to tenant in all this for the masons to keep them rolling on fireplaces. These guys are working on sheathing above. So once we get this covered up, we're going to try and get this area heated so that way we can get this slab area poured for our hearths, through hearths and fireplace base. If not, the masons will still start working on the sides. Yesterday was a little wigglier. He's like, I'm not done yet. Got our first valley in. We're fighting this steel a little bit, getting things straightened out. Be a little interesting with that door later. I got some plans. And then we originally, like I mentioned, had a hanger that was spec. It just made more sense to post it down because we're already posting on steel. Make it a lot easier to tie in these valleys. Putting some more valleys in. Man, he's getting everything all rigged up, all our rafters. We're gonna make some different LVLs, just one our lumberyard head and stuff. Wax coating is supposed to help with the moisture. I did tell the framers earlier, I had a job where the spray foam was literally shrinking at the end of the day and popping free. And kind of figure that out over the years what you have to do. We end up having to spray the sides of all the rafters first before you do your actual roof foam. Then imagine that this is your rafters. And we were spray foaming full depth in the bag. At the end of the day, the foam would shrink a little bit and you could literally hear it pop where it would delam from the side of the rafter because of the wax coating. So the way we ended up changing our method was we had to spray the sides of the rafters first on the LVLs, let everything cure, and then they would come back and then spray foam the underside of the roof. And that would actually prevent that issue, because if they tried to spray it in directly, it would always try and shrink in this way first. More inlets. These guys are chugging away at it.
And it probably is 3,000 pounds of ice.
Yeah, we're just talking about how heavy these things are. They got a tag on them. That one says about 2,600. But there is a little bit of ice in the bottom, so. These guys have been using their GPS equipment out here to get all these located with their heights and all that.
Back up a little.
It was all synced to their plan a couple months ago.
Woo!
So I like to see a nice clean site. Got trash cans around, so you guys know to throw things out, plus dumpsters. We haven't started much interior frame walls yet, just trying to get the roof on, rafters and sheathing. And then we'll bounce into interior framing. So working on roof framing. Estimating probably like later part of next week, we'll have this sheathed on this side, get the roof wrapped paper. We got our fireplace is bearing on steel, our through hearth, he's working on the firebox now, and we're starting the plan for our flue. So this flue will be a straight run all the way up, and then this one too, we got to make sure it's in the right area, straight run up, but then we will have to step our block over. So you can see now we're getting the firebox close. We're actually cutting all the firebrick back to interlock all these corners, and then we'll get our throat in. And then this flue should go straight all the way up. This one here, I gotta lay this one out so that way it's in the right area. That way it goes all the way up. Then once we get in the attic level above, then we're gonna have to start stepping this thing over.
What do you want it?
Down. Hold it.
The lowest slope section, 412, comes down these two valleys. The whole roof is slate, but this one little bit is actually a metal roof. Got the gable wall panel shield. See that 412 little valley area? Which we were talking about, the amount of rain that can come down here. I've done before where we do a perforated metal that gets soldered down to the metal. It kind of acts as like a break for the rain, so that way it doesn't come chasing down on this lower area too quick. Long rafter tails. So remember I was saying that there's a garage roof overhang there? Print out the detail. I got a couple scale measurements on for these guys, and then I also have my timber frame shop drawings already done, so then I actually just copy paste the measurements onto here real quick, so not too bad. a little cold today for concrete normally, but we have that heated area. We need to get our through hearths in. So up top there, we've had the heaters running since 7 this morning. It's 10 a.m. now, so it'll work out good. Light pour, only a yard and a half. Guys are rolling away. Everything nice and airtight, even though this will all be hidden by soffit overhang. Put our WRB on our rim board anyway. I like to put rigid foam in there. Just a little bit of isolation there.
We've got wet.
That's the face of the hearth. So we're going to stop here. We have inlets that actually cut across the rest of the driveway, but we're going to wait until we cut that up.
How much?
Right. Just cut it down.
Guys got everything poured and wrapped up. We were missing a rebar cap. Gotta get a cap back on there. We got our fireplace hearth poured. We're gonna keep heat running all day. Got the other side insulated. We've got, it's about 6 inches in the front, 8 inches at the rear, and then almost about 12 inches in the middle here that was poured. So it's gonna produce a lot of heat, which is good. In here right now, it's probably close to 50, 60 degrees right now, so, but outside, tonight it's gonna get down to 20. How you making out with screws? Got enough?
Yeah.
It's heated up for the masons. Most likely, I think they're gonna start working on blocking stuff in here. I actually gotta lay out this fireplace and this fireplace stuff this morning. Todd's working away. So just laid out the 2 fireboxes here. Get everything all squared up with our framing. It is very toasty warm in here actually. Framing. Just walk through my team. Period architecture. It's always fun when they're out. Look at this knucklehead. Just walking along. Roof framing is always pretty cool. Got most of the rafters tied into the valleys. I know the framers are taking a break right now, but then they're going to start working on dormers and stuff. I'll get all the sheet at some point next week, and then we'll get it papered before it gets wet. End of the day. Guys, got some more progress. Looking forward to warmer weather next week. Guys are starting to frame out the dormers. It looks funky right now with this fascia that's extended out, but that's because we got our radius roof later. So they did prepare for that ahead of time.